and welcome 11 Commerce students. Today in this class I am going to explain to you the different rights, liabilities of a partner in a partnership firm. Now before starting the topic, I must tell you that the partnership deed contains the mutual rights, duties and liabilities of a partner. Now in certain cases partnership deed may not be present, but in that case the Partnership Act provides certain rights and certain obligations of a partner. Today in this class I am going to mention these rights of a partner in a partnership business, whether they are mentioned in the partnership deed or in certain cases mentioned in the Partnership Act. Those rights of a partner I am going to explain to you one by one. The points I am going to explain to you one by one. Now the first point, see, our topic today is rights of a partner, rights of a partner. Now the first right is to take active part in management. This is the first right of a partner. A partner is allowed, a partner is always entitled to take part in the management actively. What is going on in the daily affairs of the management, the elements of the management, everything the partner is entitled to take an active participation over there because it is their right. Now the second right of a partner is their right to be consulted and their right to give their opinion. So the second point is right to give opinion and give an opinion, which is very important. They can give advice, suggestions or opinion, and they have the right to be consulted. So this is the right of every individual partner. This is the second right of a partner. Now the third right is the right to access the books of account. The right to access the books of accounts. The books of accounts. They must get a hold of their books of accounts, which shows the daily transactions of the business and also which shows the assets and liabilities of the business. They can also check the arithmetical accuracy of the business. In a nutshell, they must get a hold on the books of accounts to see what are the accounting that is going on, what are the transactions, what are the important elements the business is dealing with. So they to know this, they must get access of the books of accounts. All the records they must check. They should check. It is their right to check that. Now the next right is the right to share the profits equally or agreed upon by the partner. The partner is always having a right to get the profits equally or as regards to their share, as regards to their contribution in the business. They are entitled, they must get their profit as per their share, or they must get the profit as according to the regard of their capital contribution in the business or their share in the business. They are entitled to get the profit. Now they are also entitled to get the interest on capital. They have the right to get the interest on capital. Now what is capital? Capital is the contribution of each partner. Whatever they have contributed in the business is the capital of the business. Now every partner must get a fixed rate of interest every month from the business because of this capital investment. So every partner have the right to get the interest on capital. This is one of the important right the partner is having. Now if the partner have paid any advances or any loan to the business personally, then that partner is also entitled to get back the interest on the advances or the loan as per the agreed terms. So this is another important point, that is they must avail the interest loan or advances. Loan or advances that they have provided to the business. They also have the, now I'm rubbing the board and because more points are there. They have also the right to use the partnership property. They have also the right to use the partnership property. They have also the right to use the partnership property. This is another right of them. So I'm rubbing this portion. Another right of the partnership partners in the partnership business is the right to prevent the admission of a new partner. Whenever a new partner is admitted in a partnership firm, the consent, the agreement of all the partners is required. The mutual consent and the opinion of all the partners is required. Without their consent, no one can take admission in a partnership firm. So they can hinder, they have the right to hinder, they have the right to prevent the admission of a new partner or expulsion of an existing partner. An existing partner also cannot exit from the business without their permission, without their consent. So it is all about the right of the partners to give permission of exit or entry of another partner, another new partner or the existing partner respectively in the business. Now these are the rights. Before retire, apart from these also there are certain other points also, like you can add it from your books also, but these are the main points. Points such as right to retire with the consent of other partners, that is also an important point, or right of outgoing partner, legal heirs of a deceased partner. If some partner dies, then their legal heir, the one who is entitled to get his share, his property, whatever his share is there in the business. So all these type of rights are also included in this, but in a limited period of time you won't be able to finish all such rights of a partner, because many other questions will be given to you. So it is better if you restrict yourself within these 8 points. These are very easy 8 points. I am going to provide the answer through PDF. Please download the PDF so that you can learn the answers, get your homework ready. So just prepare these all points. Apart from this point, if you find any other point also, you can add that also, but within a limited period I don't think you will need any other extra point. So I hope whatever I have explained through this rights of a partnership, that you can easily understand. Question may come regarding this. Now I come to the second part of the of today's topic, that is liabilities of a partner. That is also very important. That is liabilities of a partner. A partner has certain obligations. A partner has certain obligations. Liability of a partner, for all the act, the partner is liable. For all the act, a partner is liable. So the first point will be liability of a partner for the acts of the firm. So for the acts of the firm, that is for any other activity of the firm, the partner is held liable. The partner is liable. For admission, retirement, any change in the partnership deed, any change in the contract, whatever act takes place, a partner is held liable for that act of the firm. the creditor of the firm can sue all the partners also. So these things has to be taken as a liability of the partner. So for any other activity of the firm, partner is held liable. Now for any wrongful act, second is partner is held liable for any wrongful act. For any wrongful act, if any loss or any injury, or if any loss or any injury is caused to any kind of third party, penalty has to be paid by the partners, penalty has to be paid by the firm. The firm will penalize it, or the partner being a part of the firm will penalize it. So for any wrongful act, the liability is imposed upon the partner. A partner is entitled to fully responsible and fully liable for this wrongful act. Now we come to the third liability, that is misutilization of partners. Liability for a firm, liability for misutilization. Misutilization. Now misutilization means either misappropriation or any kind of wrong utilization of a property, of money, or any kind of capital or any asset. For any misutilization of these kind of things, a partner is responsible, a partner is held liable for this. Partner, third party in the course of action may sue the partner, and partner is obliged to take that responsibility. So it is the responsibility of a partner. So the liability comes because of misutilization in the firm, misutilization of asset or any kind of resources, anything like that. Now we come is the liability of an incoming partner. Any new partner, liability for incoming of a partner. Any new partner when taking admission in, when introducing himself in the business, he is liable for every act of the partnership. He is liable for any kind of debts, he is liable for any kind of loss, he is liable for any kind of credit upon all the agreed terms. These are also mentioned. So a partner is liable for, incoming partner is also liable for all the credits and all the debts and all the losses that a firm goes through. He is liable for that whenever he is taking admission. Then liability of a retiring partner. Now a retiring partner is liable for the acts of the firm done before his retirement, not after his retirement, but before his retirement, since he is attached with the firm, so he is liable for every act. So fifth is liability before retirement. Liability before retirement. Before retirement, a partner is considered as a part of the organization. So for every act of his, for every act of the business, partnership business, this partner who is about to retire is responsible because he has not yet retired from the firm. So he must discharge all his responsibilities, all his liabilities before he gets retired. And in that case, no such notice is required in case of retirement of a dormant partner, but an active partner must give notice before his retirement and pay off his liability, pay off his debts, clear off his debts, clear the debts of the firm before his retirement. I am talking about the active partners, not the dormant ones. So these are the liabilities, and previously I have explained the rights of a partner. These rights and liabilities of a partner I am going to provide you through PDF. Please download the PDF so that you can get the good, proper, appropriate answers to prepare yourself for the examination, or for you do it as a homework. In my next class, I am going to come up with another important topic of this partnership chapter. Till then, goodbye.